Now, why do we have to disrespect Big Sean like this, man? I don't know about you, but I feel like Big Sean gets a lot of unnecessary disrespect. Did you guys hear what Kanye said about Big Sean yesterday? If you did or if you didn't, hey, we still gotta talk about it, so yeah. Let's talk about it. Now, Big Sean, Sean Don, Detroit's finest, a rapper you're most likely very familiar with. Big Sean has been around for a long time, well over a decade at this point. Big Sean was actually trending yesterday because of something Kanye said about him. What exactly did Kanye say? Well, let's get into that. Yesterday, Kanye West was on the latest episode of Drink Champs, which is a very successful podcast. A lot of people know about Drink Champs. The topic at hand aside, it was a great interview, and I'm going to link it in the description below just in case you want to check it out. But the conversation on the interview took a turn when one of the hosts, Nori, asked Kanye, Pusha T versus Big Sean, who do you pick? And this is how that conversation went.
Hurry, man.
Pusha or Big Sean?
Oh, I love this. When I die, on my tombstone, it's gonna say, I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean. No, I'm saying that the worst thing I've ever done was sign Big Sean. Nah, man, look, they let that, man, I know this man mama, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've changed this man's family, and both John Legend and Big Sean, when I ran for office, got used quick by the Democrats to come at they boy that actually changed their life. And that's some sellout shit. And I don't rock with neither of them. And I need my apologies. I ain't saying they gonna change, but niggas is
Now, Big Sean ended up responding to Kanye on Twitter by tweeting a bunch of laughing emojis. And then he also tweeted a recent pic of him and Kanye with the caption, I was just with this man, he ain't say none of that. And this was after the interview. I'm dying laughing at you, Kanye West. Now, Kanye mentioned a couple things on that interview. First of all, you heard him tell that joke about how when he dies, his tombstone is gonna say, I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean. Now, that was just a setup for what he was gonna say after that, because you heard what he said, right? He talked about how he knew Sean's mother, so, you know, they're close. Kanye, if you didn't know, is obviously the man who's responsible for changing Big Sean's life after he signed him to Good Music back in 2007. Regarding that, by the way, if you didn't already know, Big Sean recently announced that he's not with Good Music anymore. The reasoning for that? Well, Big Sean wanted to get a bigger cut, and that's why he left Good Music. So, it was obviously motivated by the money. Long story short, Big Sean felt like he deserved to get a bigger piece of the pie, so he decided to work himself out of that contract and started his own label. Part of what Kanye said might have been triggered by that. On the other hand, Kanye did say something else about Big Sean though. He made some remarks / accusations about how Big Sean apparently got used by the Democrats to discredit Kanye during his 2020 presidential run. Now, what Kanye was talking about here is something that must have been going on behind the scenes, because there's nothing publicly that I've seen that suggests that Big Sean did switch up on Kanye when he was running for prez. Big Sean did actually end up responding to that comment Kanye made by saying, the Dems, aka the Democrats, no, I didn't. I didn't get used by anybody or endorse anyone publicly at all because I'm not political. That's hilarious. None of it is true, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm rolling. Also, another important thing to bring up regarding this beef that's going on, you know how Big Sean left Good Music because he wanted a bigger piece of the pie? Well, apparently Kanye actually owes Big Sean a little bit of money. More like $6 million. Fans on social media were pitching in regarding why this beef was even a thing. One person said Kanye owes Big Sean $3 million and said that he would give him his masters, which he never ended up doing. In a since deleted tweet, Big Sean entered the conversation by saying, actually not $3 million. More like 6. You know what? I thought this beef was, to put it simply, fake when I saw what Kanye said about Big Sean. His comments were obviously left field. They just came out of nowhere. Kanye woke up with murder on his mind that day and decided to disrespect Big Sean, and that seemed completely random considering their friendship and brotherhood and the fact that they've been label mates for over a decade. Big Sean going his own way and starting his own thing has, it looks like, stirred up the pot a little. Personally, I don't see a reality where Kanye would have said all this if Big Sean was still with Good Music. In a case like that, people would have given Kanye the side eye, because why are you disrespecting your label mate, someone you brought into the game? I guess now some people can at least justify what Kanye said because they're not on the same team anymore. With that being said, man, I'm not rocking with this Big Sean disrespect right here. Kanye is always gonna be Kanye. We all know that. He's gonna say whatever is on his mind, that's for sure. But signing Big Sean was the worst thing you've ever done? Come on, man. We all know that's cap. That is cap. Kanye is capping. Yeah. But yeah, Kanye disrespecting Big Sean out of the blue has definitely started a lot of conversations. If you ask me, my little opinion, I think Big Sean gets a lot of unnecessary unnecessary slander. I'm just gonna assume whatever Kanye said, he said it because, well, he was off the Henny, okay? And good on Big Sean for going his own way and starting his own label, by the way. I think that's a major move that's gonna pay off for Big Sean in the long run, for sure. Do you personally have any thoughts on this entire Kanye and Big Sean beef though? Definitely let me know in the comment section below, and let's have a discussion about this.